think this will probably be remembered as the greatest overreach, mass hysteria, panic in human history. I could be completely wrong too. I don't know. I've known 6 people that have applied for unemployment. Business owners, employees, etc., etc. One of them was approved. One of them had to jump through hoops over and over for hours and hours and hours to get approved, and 4 of them were rejected. Our government, who told us we were ready to accept unemployment applications, set all this stuff up online, had all of these people, at least in my home state, go through the unemployment process, and then rejected them. The postage required to send these people rejection letters after they were told that they were ready to file is our money. We're having to pay for a government that we pay to protect us, to send us rejection letters because they weren't ready or didn't have the system requirements built for us to even apply correctly in the first place. At least that's the way it seems. That's a microcosm of a larger issue. Let's talk about, for just a minute, the Iraq War. Back in the Iraq War, we were convinced that Saddam Hussein had WMDs and weapons of mass destruction, which led to, a war that's never stopped for 20 years? A war against terror, the invisible enemy. I don't know what it cost specifically, but I can tell you that it cost trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars. Now, let's just say that our government wasn't corrupt. They didn't make decisions that cost thousands, hundreds of thousands of foreign people's lives, and they instead pocketed the trillions and trillions of dollars in a bank account as we're expected to, for some great calamity that might befall our country in the future. They could have went, hey guys, bad news, everybody needs to quarantine, but guess what? No need to worry. This is why America is as prosperous as it is. Your government has sheltered and saved money like we did for Social Security for the last 15 years, and we have trillions of dollars of a surplus ready to make sure that every single American is prosperous and safe through this very, very unpleasant time. Nope, there's no money. Instead, they had to print $2.5, $3, who's counting? $1 trillion. The Federal Reserve had to print, they had to do us a big favor, right? They had to put our kids in even further debt than they were by printing $2 to $2.5 or $3 or whoever the knows how much $1 trillion. You didn't save us. You didn't help us. You drove us further into debt. You are the enemy. Imagine what a absolutely inept, corrupt, ridiculously shitty job government has done in basically every respect. Anything they've ever set out to do with good intentions almost always ends poorly. Or it ends with less efficiency than the people would be able to do themselves. Right now, I know small business owners that are banding together across my community to survive. The government isn't here. They're not helping people out. They're handing you money and entitling your kids to further debt that they haven't even had the opportunity to earn yet. And you want me to thank you, government? You have people groveling at the government's feet for free money. There's no such thing. You might go get that money and spend it on clothes and brand new Jordans and shoes now, but guess what? Your kids' dollars are going to be worth less because you don't know how your economy works. We have a government that we pay to protect us that doesn't protect us, and then charges us more to send us rejection letters for unemployment that we're not getting approved for. What do you think the mainstream media is reporting this as? They said 17, 18, 19 million people applied for unemployment. Yeah, give me a little bit more subject matter. How many of those people did you approve? The destabilization of a global economy leading to the violent deaths of many, many people in the collapse of small business and economy for a virus that kills 3 to 5% of the people that it afflicts. You have people now in our current free state begging the state to keep them inside of their house. You have people that know that the government's corrupt. They've been corrupt for decades, begging the government to put in an order that keeps you in your house. I heard through a friend there was some guy paddle boating in California that got arrested. He got arrested because he was breaking quarantine. This guy who was paddle boating in a body of water was forced into a police car with 2 other people because he was paddle boating. Keep America free.